much. SCHW. Okay, Dirt Farmer, you do know that SCHW and SCHI are basically the exact same thing. Okay. Scott, is that Think or Swim, Scott? Yes, it is. Dirt Farmer. Schwab is SCHW. Okay, so let's look at Schwab, SCHW. SCHW. There. Wow, look at that. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, makes sense. It's not at the high, it's not at the low, somewhere in between. 73.85, we've been looking at the 74s. 320, hell yeah. 320, that's almost 4%. That's crazy. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, 71.54. Look at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times it wouldn't go below 61. Well, that's pretty good. That's your bottom, 61. Well, look at where your top is. Well, look at the last 90 days. Here's your last 90 days, last 3 months. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. Now it's going up again. It's a repeatable pattern. Stocks only do 2 things. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. It's like a skipping record. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up. Anyway, that being said, look at the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago. Here's your bottom, shoots up, drops, 1, 2, 3. 3 days to the upside. Charles Schwab is almost perfectly right for Monday. I'm kind of curious what's going to be like tomorrow. Now, if tomorrow is consistently going to the upside, yeah, it might be a great opportunity to jump in on Monday. SCHW. All right. I write that one down also. Circle it because it looks good. So let's take a quick little gander at this one. Let's do the 74s so you see what it sounds like, what it looks like, and you get the hang of it. Now, some of you will go to the YouTube and watch the videos because these videos are being recorded. So here we go. Let's do just one contract. At the market, here we go. And here is what it sounds like. You ready? Buy one covered call SCHW. Okay. 100, that's the monthly. That's the weekly. 17 April 25, that's next Friday. Not this Friday, which is tomorrow. Next Friday. Okay, next Friday. The $74 call strike against the stock to open. Here's the profit right here, 347. It's going to cost $7,000. Let's get that calculator out. How much is it going to be? What kind of rate of return? I'm saying somewhere around 4 or 5. Okay, 347. 347 is the maximum profit right here. Okay, maximum profit, 347. Okay, what is it costing me? 7,053. 7,053. 4.9%. Well, 4.9% is not that bad for 1 week. Okay, 1% a week is 50% a year. 2% a week is over 100% a year. Okay, this is almost 5%. That's over 200% a year if you can get 5% every single week. Don't count on it because of the amount of activity we've been having in the last couple of days with the big swings up and the big swings down. Yeah, it's a lot of volatility, so the premiums are higher. Is it always this high? Nope. It's usually right around 1%, 1.5%, sometimes 2%. Hewley, how are you doing today? Trading teacher. Stay away until next week. It falls. Be ready with cash, buy and hold. Okay, trading teacher, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm not the buy and hold kind of guy. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. That's it. 9 months is the longest I've held anything. And I didn't do it on purpose. But in that 9 months, I collected 3 dividends and about 40 premiums. to get a premium every week. The dividend's only once every 90 days. Wow. Okay, anyway, let's keep on keeping on. Is that Thinkorswim? Yes, it is. Sup, Austin? What's going on? Alan, good evening. Live boxing, what's going on? Wolf, Prudential. PRU is Prudential. Okay, Wolf, Prudential is a monthly optionable stock. Monthly. I don't do monthlies because the numbers don't look right. All right, Science Biz. Kohl's is not in a good position right now. Yeah, I think we already said that one. Oh, Aaron Hepp wants to take a look at Apple. Let's get out of here. Out of there, out of there, out of there. Back to here and back to here and Apple. AAPL. Well, Apple looks rather interesting, doesn't it? Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, sideways, up, down. Now she's going back up again. This is not the bottom of the year. The bottom of the year was late April of last year. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. It's at 190.42. So the 190s are going for 780. That's crazy. That's another 5 or 6% trade right there. I gotta write that one down too. A year ago, Apple was at the low of the year, 164.07 last year. Shoots up in that trading range for about 5 months. The high is just before the end of the year. Just after Christmas is the high of the year for Apple, 260.10. Then she drops, goes sideways for a couple of weeks. Now, we gap down on Thursday, make our bottom on Tuesday. See, his last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. But look, hits it once, a couple more times right here in the last 30 days. Well, there's your high. Drop sideways, back down. Tuesday's your bottom. Wednesday's higher. Thursday's higher. What's going to happen tomorrow? Now, if tomorrow's another high day, I'm jumping in on Monday because that's what I'm looking for. 2 days to the upside. And the third day, continuing that motion. So Apple is on my list for Monday. So what does Apple normally do? Now, you're going to love it. Wait till you see this. Apple just looks absolutely outstanding. Okay? Nice upward trend for the whole year. Buy it in January, get rid of it in December. Well, actually, I'd buy it in the beginning of January, get rid of it in the middle of February. Buy it the middle of March, get rid of it the beginning of September. Buy it in the beginning of November, get rid of it just before Christmas. That's what it's telling me. If it continues to repeat this pattern. Okay, so for the next couple of weeks, I don't look that good. Basically, just going to go sideways for the next couple of weeks. Is what it is. But if you like Apple and the numbers work for you, great. Well, let's see what it looks like. Let's get out of this. Back to this. Back to that. And let's do Apple at 190. Right there. 190. One contract. Now this one ought to be interesting because it's 190 bucks. So what is 100 shares at 190 going to look like? 18,000. Wow. Okay, so one contract, buy one contract of Apple, covered call. One covered call Apple. 100. 17 April, that is next Friday. The 190 call option, Apple at the market to open. 810 is the profit. It's going to cost 18 grand. Let's see what 100 shares covered call would look like. 810, 810. We're going to divide it by 18,190, 18,190. So if you want to buy 100 shares, 100 shares of Apple, okay, for a covered call, it's 4.4%. Well, 4.4% is awesome. Think about it. 4.4% for 1 week. Now, some of you might be thinking this is a lot of work. Well, no, it's only about 5 or 10 minutes a day. It's not that difficult. All right, let me show you briefly. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to here. Let's go over to here. Let's change this to this account here. Monitor. Okay, now I'm going to show you how quick this should go. You ready? Now watch. Now, if you want, set your timer, and I'm going to show you how long it takes me to go through 7 different, for the whole account. 7 different stocks, the whole account. Let's see it quickly. Now I'm going to take the glasses off because I'm not going to be watching there. Okay, so I got to put them back on because the monitor's over there. First I want to do is Ford. Put Ford here. High, low, all that crap, last couple of days. Oop, she's up off the bottom there. She's sitting at 914. Where am I? 975. I sold the 8s. It's going for $2. Okay. Looks good. Harley Davidson is next. HOG. Okay. Here it is right here. Okay. That's what it looks like. Where am I at Harley Davidson? I'm at 35. I sold the 23s. It's currently at 21. Not a big deal. Kohl's is next. Okay. Here it is right here. 684. Okay. 1572. I sold off the 8s at 684. Not a problem. Let that expire. Macy's. Okay. 1140. There's the high. Here's the low. Bouncing up. 145. Ooh, 2 days to the upside. Cool. Okay, 1515, sold the 1150s. Ooh, got to keep my eye on this one tomorrow. Because I sold the 1150s and it's at 1145. So, might be tight. Don't know. Altria, MO. Nice move. 5638s. Okay, 55. I sold the 55, so the 25th, blah, blah, 270, blah, blah. Okay, interesting. Okay, Riley. RILOY, 295. What are you kidding me? Really? Riley, I already know this one. Don't even have to look. 479, 350s. Okay, not a problem. US Steel. Oh, big pullback on US Steel. Cool. Okay, 42. Sold the 3950s. Not quite there. If it's the 17th, that's next week. Not a problem. Blah, blah, blah. There, I'm done. Less than 5 minutes for me to check 7 account. I saw where I bought it. I saw where it is. I saw the option that I sold against each and every one. I saw where that option is right now. And then I calculated in my head, what did I buy it for? What's that now? Am I at a risk? Okay, it's actually that simple. It doesn't take that long. Okay, if you know anything about money, you'll know that, all right, this is what I bought it for. This is what it's worth. Okay, it's actually that simple. That was Apple. We did Apple, cool beans. What we got over here? Trading teacher. Yes, James, you are right. Well, thank you kindly. Plus US 30, sir. I have no idea what that means. And NAS 100 also. Alrighty. Sir, please change camera view, mirroring your screen in the background. All right, so trading teacher and Gaiabot, something like that. To be the bearer of bad news, you may or may not already know this, but YouTube doesn't offer the mirroring possibilities in their software. So you got no choice in the matter but to look at it backwards. Sorry. The only company that I know of so far out of all the cameras that I'm using is TikTok. TikTok is the only one that allows me to reverse or to mirror image so everything looks normal. Okay, and if you're not comfortable on YouTube, you can go over to TikTok and watch there. Basically the same thing. But I do apologize for that. All right, let's keep on going. I don't see your website. Tyson, okay? Top left-hand corner of your screen. It's right there. Whoops, right there. Wait. Right there, top left of your screen. Okay, there's a little picture of me. It says Dividend Stock Talk. You click on that, and that'll give you the link right to the 10-Minute Trader. Could you look at ONDS? What the hell is ONDS? ONDS. It's a no. That was quick. Did you see how quick that was a no? ONDS. Hell no. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Not for me anyway. They may work for some people, but don't work for me. Tasha, good evening. What's a margin call? We already discussed that one earlier. Felix, hey James, did you already look at Walmart? Yes, we did. Tasha, second? Second what? Okay. Abdallah. Oh, Abdallah, good evening. Ramadan. Good evening, Abdallah Ramadan. Tasha, typically goes up second quarter. That's not what I said. Okay? Take a look at the seasonality. The seasonality will give you a good idea of how the stock moves consistently. Well, this one doesn't look very fabulous, but look in January. Nice little spike from January to the middle of February. And then look at here, the middle of May to the beginning of June. And then November's not that big. But it's nice to have some kind of idea of what a stock normally does under normal conditions. Well, we're not in normal conditions at this moment. Give it a little bit more time when those bitching and moaning on TV stop there, or bitch and moan less, okay? PG&E, George Krug, PG&E. Let's change this. PGE. Is that Pacific Gas? Okay, PGE is not a stock symbol, dude. Sorry. Okay, George Krug. Yeah, PG&E is not a stock symbol. You actually have to give me the stock symbol for the company. Springs, March 20th. Ooh, I'm a little bit late, aren't I? You haven't replied to me yet. No cap. What is best to buy? Okay, no cap, I don't know who you are. I know absolutely nothing about you. It would be a disservice of me to tell you what to buy, because I know nothing about you. I have no idea what you're looking to get out of this. Okay, so if you want to have a chat, drop me your phone number and I'll give you a call. Now, I say that every night. Drop me your phone number, I'll give you a call. It surprises me. It does, because 15 to 30,000 people will come through. You know, it's like 7 channels here, okay, 7 different channels. But 15 to 20,000 people will come through on a night. And when I say, hey, drop me your phone number, I'll give you a call and we can chat. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. That's my promise. I'm not going to try to sell anyone anything. But when I say drop your phone number, I'll call you, maybe 1 or 2 people a night leave their phone numbers. I find that rather strange. Sayak. How to earn money without robbing the bank. Well, there's a lot of ways to earn money without robbing a bank. Okay, Kivo. Tesla is not a dividend stock. Not interested in tech. Yep, thank you. PCG. Oh, what is PCG? PCG. PG&E Corporation. There we go. Let's take a gander. PGE Corporation. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so there's the movement. It looks normal. Let's take a look at the numbers and see what is it offering us if we decide to do this. Current price, 1647. Uh-oh, I didn't change that back. 1647, so the 1650s are going for 19 to 63. Okay, that's a little over 1%. That works. But look what happens if you go one strike out or two strikes out. You get nothing. Okay, so as much as, this could be interesting, I'm going to say no, because if I'm wrong, and every once in a while I am wrong, I admit when I'm wrong. No, I'm not right all the time. Only a few things I'm right about all the time. Only a few. But here's the thing. At the money, 1650, I'm getting 19 cents, which is over 1%. But one strike out, the 17s getting zero. 1750s is zero. Those numbers don't work for me. See, if you can't have a decent premium, okay, then it's not going to work. Tasha, do you have a group on Facebook? Actually, Tasha, I have 5 Facebook groups. 5. So I'm going to say yes. I can't comment on Instagram. Okay, but Tasha, you can comment right here. Top left corner where you see my picture right there. It says Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, yeah, you go there and then you just send me a DM. It's like, hey, James, how's it going? Can you help me out with this? Or can you explain to me what this is? What's this all about? Whatever, questions. Uh-oh, look who just showed up. World you want to live in, girl. Howdy you doing? Does it ever happen they take the stocks before Friday? Yes, it happens all the time. Okay, world you want to live in, girl. Hold on, let's get back to where you were. Okay. Okay, world you want to live in, girl. An option, a stock option here in the U.S. can be exercised any day they want. Now, European stock options can only be exercised on the date of expiration. But here in the U.S., anytime. They can do it tomorrow, they can do it the next day, they can do it the next day. Camryrons. Okay, Camryrons, how are you doing today? Aiden, how you doing? Matt, what's happening? Sensei Matt, what's happening? Ooh. Rajit Shavada. Rajit, how are you today? Ranjit. IBM, okay. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Gotta love Bill Nye the Science Guy. You trade or invest? I trade. Well, actually, I do kind of both because I only trade with stocks I want to own. Krug, seasonality. Okay, we're going to take a look at seasonality in a minute, Krug, okay? Okay, you want to look at PG&E. We'll look at that in a little bit. No cap. I'm always in loss. How to control mental. Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of people. George, please take a look at NVDA. Thank you. Okay, George, I'm going to politely decline. Okay, the only reason why I'm going to politely decline is if somebody asks me about NVIDIA at least once a day. And my answer is always the same. Take a look at the numbers. Seriously, the numbers. What kind of a dividend is NVIDIA paying? How consistently have they increased their dividends? What is their book value? What is their cash flow? These are things you should know before you invest in anything. If you take a look at NVIDIA and you look at that information, you'll be saying to yourself, what the hell was I thinking? Seriously, take a look at the numbers for NVIDIA. Just because it's going up doesn't mean it's a good buy. Good evening. Just got online. Lisa M., how are you today? How can you master your mental? Well, It's not that difficult. You know what? So here's the thing. Any habit or any trait is a learned experience. Okay? So if you have a choice, now a choice or a decision to make the choice takes about 1/10 of a second, a fraction of a second to make a choice, to make a decision. Okay? It's living with the choices, living with the decisions. It takes a long time. And a lot of people can't do it. So how do you get a hold of the mental? It's simple. You come with a plan. Okay, mine is simple. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. I have a strategy. A plus B equals C. Okay, now the squirrel, yeah, that gets in the way a lot. Shiny objects, yep, that happens too. But you write it down. Put a big sign on your wall. Put it on the ceiling. 1% profit, get out. 1% profit, get out. Don't be greedy. Put signs all over the place. You will learn eventually. Okay? But that's a you thing. You got to figure that one out. Everyone's got to figure it out for yourself. Now, I lost a shitload of money. I lost $91,000 in a week. That was a very uncomfortable situation. So I don't do that anymore. Sofa Kingdom. Advanced micro devices. Yeah, no. Palantir. No. Clover. No. See, can't you pick someone that's profitable? Take a look at AMD. Take a look at PLTR. Take a look at CLOV. Seriously, take a good look at them. Good evening, just got online, you face your insecurities. Yep. Damn, D-shuffle, damn, Intel. Now, Intel, I will say yes to. But when I say, seriously, this is your money we're talking about. Okay, you're all adults here. It's your money. Most of you, because I only know a few people. Few people I've actually talked to. Because when I say drop your number and I'll give you a call, I do. Okay, so I only know a few of you out there because I see who you are. You know who, we've chatted. But some of you, I forget where I was going with that. Don't get old. It ain't as glamorous as people make it out to be. Yeah, so I will tell you exactly like it is. Okay, I've looked at what companies he's talking about, advanced micro devices, many a times. Okay, I've looked at the numbers. I know what they are. Now I'm asking you, go look at the numbers yourself. And then tell me how wonderful advanced micro devices are with consistently being profitable every single year and increasing their dividends every single year. I can almost guarantee you with 100% you'll come back, if you do, and say, sorry, none of those fit. Because no matter, you go to a clothing store to buy yourself a new suit or a new dress or a new pair of shoes or whatever. It may look good on the shelf, but if it don't fit, why the hell are you buying it? I have a certain criteria that I'm looking for. 2, to be exact. 1, consistency of profitability. When I say consistency of profitability, I mean 2 decades, 20 years of consistently being profitable. And then weekly options. Okay, so advanced micro devices, no. PLTR, no. Clover, no. Okay, I already know them. But I'm asking you, before you invest any of your own money, do the research. Is this a safe place for my money to go? Okay, have whoever's running the company, are they doing a good job? Is the company consistently profitable? Why would you put your money into a company that's not? Because that's the part that boggles my mind. It makes no sense. If the company is not consistently profitable, why would you put your money there? Now, I like Intel. Jamar, let's take a look at Intel. Didn't we look at Intel earlier today? I know I looked at it this morning, because I actually have some Intel. Okay, here we are. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, sideways, up, down, up. Okay, right now it's at 1966. The 1950s are going for 123. That's over 5%. That is a nice profit. Okay, for Intel. So let's take a deeper dive. The high of the year last year was 38.16, and that was a year ago. The bottom of the year was just, this week. All right, so let's look at the last 90 days. Because I want to look at the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality. I want a good idea of where it's going. Now, it should take 3 to 4 seconds for each chart you look at. Now, I know that sounds unrealistic, but think about it. It's true. How long does it take you to see 5 things? And you only need 5 things. You ready? Number 1, the high, right there. Number 2, the low, right there. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Over there. Well, sorry, 9 days. We'll look at the 90-day chart. Where was it 90 days ago? Right there. Where is it now? Right here. What is it doing? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, simple, right? So let's go to the 30-day chart. We're looking for the exact same things. Okay, exact same. You ready? Now, I'm going to click it, count for the 5 things. High, low, was, is, where's it going? See how long it takes you to see it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. High, low, was, is, up, down, up. 3 seconds, right? 3 or 4 seconds. That's all it should be. Up, down, up. That's the last 30 days, the last 5 weeks. So it shows me where it's going. Great. What does it look like it's going to do next? Now, just like a clock, it goes tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Or a tennis game. Dun, 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 dun. Or Pong. Remember Pong? Beep, 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 beep. Same thing. Up, down, up, down, up. So, up, down. Where's it going next? Up. Normally. Is that guaranteed? No. There's only 3 guarantees in life. Just 3. Okay? Death, taxes, disappointment. That's it, your 3 guarantees. You're guaranteed death, and you're guaranteed taxes, and you're guaranteed to be disappointed at some point. Okay? So, that being said, I like Intel. Let's do a quick trade on Intel to see what it looks like. Now, to me, it looks like a 4 or 5% trade. All right, well, let's see if it actually pans out that way. Wait a second. We forgot the seasonality chart. What does this stock normally do this time of year? Well, isn't that something interesting to know or something we should know? Here you go. High, low, was, is, direction. Okay. Here's the blue line. This is what it's doing. Intel looks like she's coming down right here. Well, let's zoom in and see if that is the case. All right. So you could go sideways for a little bit for, what was that, 1-2 weeks? Go sideways for 2 weeks, then she's going to dip. Okay, but here's the big question. Now, this is not guaranteed. It just gives us an idea of what has it done over the last 10 years. Well, over the last 10 years, this is what it normally does. Well, we're not in normal circumstances. But here's the thing. A couple of questions. I think 4. Question number 1. Does it make sense? Question number 2. Do I like this stock at this price? 1988. Do I like this stock at this price? Number 3. Am I willing to buy this stock and hold on to it for however long it takes for it to hit my strike price? If I'm buying it at 1988, well, I'm selling it at 20. It's just that simple, because 1988 is pretty close to 20, and the 20 is paying 95 cents a share. Well, 95 cents a share on a $20 stock is more than 4%. Yeah, I like the idea of 4% every week. You sound like Saul Goodman. You know what? I've never even seen that show. You're not the first one to say that, by the way. Tang Lobi, how does a 20-year-old start investing in the stock markets? Do I have to go to the bank or need to hire an agent? Wow, that's an interesting question. Believe it or not, you can go online. Go online, fill out all the necessary paperwork, upload the documents that's required, because I think you're going to need your driver's license and some proof of who you are. Okay. And then pick a broker. So you can actually go to Google stockbrokers. You got Fidelity,